couple minutes late tonight, just getting everything set up. Right now I've got a desktop now and not a laptop, so I have to move it from my desk to my craft table. So hopefully eventually we'll be able to get it set so that we can use the laptop again, and just not have to move it anymore. But you know, you do what you can with what you've got. I missed everybody. I appreciate you being with me tonight. Darren is back to feeling a little bit better, and hopefully we can keep him feeling better for a while. I do thank him for helping me. I am just going to jump right in and start. I've got a couple of fun things going on. So I'm going to be using one of my prickly pear stamp sets. This one is called Best Unicorn Buddies, and I think it is super cute. Go ahead and flip the camera view, Darren. Okay, so this is the set. Let me kind of get it focused. Is that not so cute? I have seen a lot of cute unicorn stamp sets, but this one I think is my favorite. So I definitely had to have it and wanted to play with this tonight. And I was trying to think of something that was kind of St. Patrick's-y if you wanted it to be, or you can just do whatever you want. So I'm going to use this. And then I also, I have this die. This is a Lawn Fawn die that's called Scalloped Treat Box, I think. And I thought this would be a cute companion to this little treat box. So I did go ahead and I cut out this piece twice out of cardstock. And you can see this is what they look like. And so I just went ahead and I scored all of the lines already. And I'm going to just go ahead and assemble that. Hello, hello. Good to be here. Oh, Darren, can you have Benji bring me my phone so I can see who's talking to me? Good. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here with me. We are going to make a cute little unicorn treat box. And I'm using this really cute prickly pear stamp set called Best Unicorn Buddies. I adore it. Darren is putting up links to everything. Bless him. I appreciate him so much. And then I'm using it with, thank you, Ben. I'm using it with, oh, sorry, I got to turn down my sound. Hello, Donna. Hello, Anne Marie. It's nice to be able to see who's talking to me. I'm using it with this really cute Lawn Fawn scalloped mini, or is it just scalloped treat box? There you go. Thank you, Darren. So I haven't assembled this before, so you're seeing me do this for the first time too. Doesn't look too complicated. These are the sides. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that together. Oh, I just glued the wrong part. Trust me to do that. All right, let's wipe that off. I meant to glue right here. Okay. Hi, Leona. How are you? Welcome. Okay, so let's glue this one instead. I'm so glad that's on the inside of the box because that's not going to show, and so I was saved. I always try to take those bullets for you guys. I'm really good at taking the bullets because I make lots of mistakes. So you can see how cute this little box is going to be. So I'm just going to grab my Misty and we'll get going on our little stamp. My Misty needs a good cleaning, it looks like. And I'm thinking this one. So we'll take that cute little one. They're all adorable. You really can't go wrong. So I think I'll stamp that, and I think maybe we might want a rainbow. Let's do a rainbow as well. Okay. So I'm just going to put those on my Misty, and let me just find a good piece of cardstock for that. cut that down. Okay. Let's see, I think we'll do it this way. Let's see how we're positioned here. Looks like we need to move it up a little. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use, I like the Gina K Amalgam ink for things that I'm going to color. So I will be using that. And we'll probably have to do it a couple of times because this is a new set that I have not inked before. Oh my gosh, I already love it. Look at those cute eyes.
You need to move a little higher up on the table, babe.
Thank you, Darren. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that we would need to do it a few times. I need to buy the re-inker for this too. I've had it for several years and I haven't had to re-ink it, but I've been using it a lot more lately, so I need to take care of that. All right, trying not to shake the table too bad, but you know. Okay, we'll do that one more time just because I want to get those eyes nice and solid. How is everyone? What's everybody been up to? Anything fun? Do you guys do anything to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I know I've talked about this before. My family usually does a green dinner. We're not like big St. Patrick's Day people, but we have, most years we've done a green dinner where everything we have for dinner is green. And it's been fun to see what different things we come up with. I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. While it does, I'm going to grab some markers. Do we want to do markers or do we want to do pencils? That's the question. Do you guys have a preference? Do you guys want to weigh in on that? Do you want me to color with colored pencils or with alcohol markers? We'll have a little vote. There is also a die set that matches this. And I know that makes things a lot more helpful if you've got that. I think I also want to cut just a little piece of maybe, you know what, maybe I'll just use some little trim. I've got some even up here, I think. Yep. From a different project I was working on. I think we might just incorporate that into this. As some little doodlebug paper scraps from the project I did on my table last. So, okay, I'm not getting any votes. Darren, do you have a vote?
I vote for pencils.
Pencils? Pencils it is. All right. Just grabbing them real quick. Thankfully, everything is not too far away in this room. One thing I will do, because my mat is silicone, is I have a little plate for my big die cutter that I'll get out just so that I have a hard surface to color on. Okay, so if you have not colored a lot with colored pencils, I have to tell you, I'm kind of a control freak. And I like the control that I get from pencils because they're just so forgiving. The trick with pencils, though, is that it takes a little longer to color with them because you kind of color in layers. You know, I think we'll make her purple just for fun. So I'm just going to start coloring with this light purple color. This is a Prismacolor pencil. This color, oh, I don't have my glasses, is lavender.
Do you need Benji to bring him?
If he would, that would be amazing. Thank heavens for Benji. I like to color kind of soft because you can always layer the color. So I start off with a soft layer and I try to kind of color in a circle. Thank you, honey. Because it helps me avoid those harsh pencil marks most of the time. So if you're using a light touch and you're kind of going in a circle, you're going to have that first layer on there just nice and easy to work with. And the reason why I say the first layer is because you really can blend your pencils into each other really nicely if you're using a good quality colored pencil. Prisma is probably the most well-known, the most popular, and the most easy to find. And they're a good pencil. I really like them. I also, I have some other pencils that I really enjoy, and they are a little pricier. So unless you're like really into coloring with colored pencils, I think Prisma is a good place to start, especially because Prisma has some great starter sets, so you can kind of see how you feel about them. But this is this other set that I have is Caran d'Ache luminance marker or pencils, and they're really, really nice. They're a little softer. They're a little easier to blend, but I do really like my Prismas, and I think it just kind of, anytime you use pencils, you just kind of have to get the right feel for the pencils. So I grew up in the 80s, and I remember in 3rd grade, unicorns were everything. And those rainbow shirts that had the stripe that went across the shoulders, those were big. But I remember reading books about unicorns. Like, oh, there were some books that I loved. I don't know if you guys will be familiar with them or not, but they were so cute. The illustrations were adorable. They were called Serendipity books. And I don't know if they make them anymore or if you can find them anymore, but I loved them. And I remember reading one, I think it was called Morgan and I. And it was about a unicorn and a little girl. And oh my goodness, I loved that book. And one of my first pairs of pierced earrings, because I got my ears pierced that year too. It was a big year. I remember was a pair of little unicorns. And I thought they were pretty cool. So it's kind of fun to see him make such a fun comeback. It's so weird to me that everything from my youth is like popular again. I'm old and I'm just like, whoa.
Is he now old and cool?
We're so old that now it's cool. You know what I mean?
We're hip.
Okay, let's see if I can find a darker purple. Let's see. I usually like to pick them up ahead of time, but I wasn't sure what one I wanted tonight, so I apologize for that. Let's see. I just have to read the colors because sometimes it's just hard to tell. Okay, here's one. This is violet. So I'm just going to color really lightly where the shadows would be. And we'll kind of blend those in.
Anne-Marie said thanks. She was just going to ask you what pencil do you recommend, and you did it.
Oh, yeah. You bet, Anne-Marie. Yeah, I like to watch for like around Christmas and Mother's Day. A lot of times the Prisma, the big set of Prismas will go on sale. So that is definitely a good time to buy those. It's also a good time to buy a Cricut, like Black Friday or around Mother's Day. A lot of those things tend to be on sale. I keep trying to remember that Easter is going to be here before we know it because it's at the end of the month this year. So weird. I mean, it's what, like a week or so earlier than usual, but it feels like it's so much earlier because it's in March. Okay, so now maybe we'll do a little bit along here to kind of anchor her. So now I'm just going to use the lighter color pencil to blend that out. And I like the fact that I don't have to worry about it bleeding. That I think is my biggest thing is I want to make sure I get all the way to the ends, and sometimes I get a little too overzealous and my Copics will bleed, and that ticks me off when I've colored most of it, because that's usually when it happens, is when I've got it almost done, you know. But I do love alcohol markers. I just prefer the control of a pencil if I'm given the choice. And I'm still coloring fairly lightly. It looks darker because we've already got a layer on there. And we're kind of smoothing out that other darker color. It's kind of blending out. So just a nice, easy way to add color to your images. And I like adding just a little bit more color to this. I like that our little unicorn is getting a little bit darker. I think I will give it just a little bit more shadow because I did color it that much though. So I still want it to have a definite shadow going on. But I'm coloring even lighter because I don't want any harsh lines. Okay, I do think it needs just a little smoothing right here. A little more color right here. Okay, I think we've just about got the unicorn's mane fur colored. So now let's figure out what we want to do with the mane. Do we just want to do darker purple? What do you guys think? Or should we do like a pink? Should we do like a fuchsia? Mix things up a little bit. Let's see, we've got this processed red. That was an imposter pencil in my pencil box. Let's see if we have this is pomegranate. That one's a little more red. That one's a little more pink. Let's do that. Okay.
Anne Marie said pink, so good choice.
Oh, thank you, Anne Marie. Okay. Do you guys like to color? Are you a coloring kind of person? I definitely find it very relaxing. I have a little stack of images that I have ready to go so that I can just sit at night when I'm just kind of winding down. I can have TV on but still color at the same time. I almost showed you something I can't show you yet, but you can see I've got all of these just stamped and ready to be colored. So kind of fun. You may see some of those in the near future, depending on how soon I make them into cards. Let's see, let's do a little bit of this in there.
Kathy's here.
Hi, Kathy. How are you? Thanks for joining. Okay, I think we just about have that. I don't feel like I need to blend that out quite as much because hair usually has all kinds of tones in it anyway. Maybe a little bit along the top, just right in there. Okay, so now, oh, we forgot the tail. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be closed or not, but it is now because I started coloring there anyway. I think it was. I'm going to pretend it was if it wasn't. Okay, I feel like this needs just a little bit more of the dark over here. Okay, so now I think maybe we'll do this little tuft of hair pink as well. Maybe this little patch.
Donna said it's such a cute image.
Donna, isn't it fun? I love this set. Well, my dogs are saying hi. Wouldn't be alive without them piping in, right? So now let's just use this over here in our rainbow. So now you'll be able to see, probably on this a little bit easier because it's not such a tight space. You'll be able to see how that just blends. I don't really use Gamsol or anything like that. I will from time to time maybe use like a little paper stump, a blending stump. Let me show you what one is. Something like this to blend colors, but most of the time I just use the lighter color pencil because I like to keep it vivid, and that makes it easier to do that for me. All right, we need some pink cheeks on this cute little unicorn. So I've got this kind of light color, but I think we'll just go around it a little bit. Just really lightly. With that same pink that we used to color the mane. And then we can, maybe a little bit more. And then we can just blend that out with that lighter color pencil to get a color that is a little deeper. That's the perfect color. All right, should we do a pink horn, or do we want to stick with the classic yellow gold horn? Any ideas? I don't think we want a pink horn actually, because it'll blend into the mane. So let's go ahead and let's do a yellow horn. I'll just use a little bit darker color. Just to give it a little bit more depth. Not going to worry about blending that one out. And then let's use this yellow over here on our rainbow. Got that darker color. Now I'll just blend that out a little bit. Okay, so now we need to decide what color we want our flowers, and I think we'll do our clouds just, I'm just going to kind of go around them real light with this, what is this color? Muted turquoise. Okay, so maybe we'll put a couple of the flowers. We'll do that color, just at least a few in there. Maybe one more over here. Okay, let's do kind of a like lime green. Let's at least get some leaves in there. Oh, I just realized I didn't do the inside of the ears. Let's do that light pink. Okay, getting a couple more in there. Got a leaf right there. Tiny little leaf right there. We're gonna say that's a leaf. I'm not sure if it is, but it is now. Okay, so we need one more color, I think. And we don't want yellow. Do we want orange? What do you think, Darren? Not sure how I feel about that orange. I wonder if I have a brighter orange. I think like a fluorescent orange would be kind of cute. I don't know if I have one right. Oh, hang on. Guess what? Let's see. I'm going to color one of the small leaves because or flowers. I'm not sure yet how I feel about it. I kind of like the bright colors, but I still think we might need one more color. Let's check it out though. I think it has just enough pink in it that it kind of works. No, we're just going to stick with this color. And when the details are this small, I don't try to blend them. They're just, I'm doing good to get them colored when they're that teeny tiny. Okay, so now the question is, do we want this color on the rainbow or do we want the green? Any votes? I'm kind of leaning towards the green. I think I'm going to actually use this lighter green. And let's just kind of color this color in on the ends. All right, so we've got all of our images colored now. You can go back through and see if you need to do any touch up. This isn't the same orange, but that's okay. I think that might actually be a good thing. That lead was it was a Prisma, but it was a little harder than the other ones for some reason. Had a harder kind of a lead. But I think that we are good on that. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly fussy cut these. I will do what I call a live fussy cut because I fussy cut so much faster when I am live. At least I try to. I try not to get so mesmerized that I take forever. All right, so let's just I know I've said this before, but just in case you've ever missed it, the easiest way to fussy cut is to move your paper, not your scissors. And I will try to remember not to hold it so close to myself that it's off camera. Very grateful that Benji brought my scissors or my glasses at this point. Got a little closer than I meant to right there, but that's okay. Okay, so even my live fussy cutting is kind of slow, but I will try to keep it going fairly quick. That is why you may want to invest in the die set if you are not a fan of fussy cutting. Okay, we are getting there. We are getting there. The rainbow will go much faster because it doesn't have so many little jags in it. Okay, we've got our unicorn ready to go. Now we just need to cut out our little rainbow. And the longer you can cut without stopping, usually it's a smoother cut, but you know, I try to pick a spot like in the middle of the, see how there's a little middle part? That's where I chose to kind of reposition. I ran out of scissor blades, so I had to reposition earlier than I wanted to, but that's okay. All right. So we've got our rainbow ready to go. So now it's easier, I think, to put it on the box before you glue it up. So let's see what we're looking at so far. We've got this cute little unicorn. Look how cute that is. I don't even know that we need pattern paper behind that. Let's look and see. So I've got these cute strips. Oh yeah, I kind of like that. So we'll do that. And her horn's going to come up a little higher. And I kind of like that too, because it'll make it look more authentic. Which one do we like better? Do we like the small? I kind of like the one with the white. What do you guys think? Hello, 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 hello. We're getting more people on, Darren. And I don't know what I did with my phone, so you'll have to, oh, here we go. What, honey?
Sorry, I wasn't seeing the stuff coming up.
Oh, you know what? It's because I hadn't scrolled. So it looked like new, but it was actually from before because I hadn't moved the comments down. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and glue this on. And I don't know about you. I guess I'm kind of lazy. I usually only decorate one side of the treat box. But if you are
Donna said the stripe with the white.
me, then feel free to do both sides. What, honey?
Donna said the stripe with the whites, with the white.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're on the same page, Donna.
And
we are
she
on
loves
the
it.
same page.
She loves the color of the unicorn.
I'm so glad you like it. I think it's just fun. I like it too. Okay, so now we need to glue our little tabs into our box. And I'm gluing the proper tabs now. Thank heavens.
You're off camera.
I like Bearly Art glue because it dries nice and quick and it just has a good hold on it. So that is my glue of choice. And you can get that on the Pajama Crafter website. I hope you liked the coloring. I don't do it real often because I know it takes up most of the time doing the coloring. And I'm not sure, you know, I like to do it once in a while in case people like that. But also I understand if you would rather see something else going on during that time, if you don't really want to watch me color the whole time. I'm not offended by that. Let's push that in a little bit. Okay. Let's get our rainbow in there. And then I think this little unicorn needs to be popped up a little bit with some foam. Give it a little bit more depth. See if I can get the little piece off. Okay. And then these are actually going to fold out. I folded them in, but they're going to fold out. And I'm just going to fill this little guy with, have you ever had these Mambas? We love these at our house. Part of my childhood right there. They also come in that long strip that you can unwrap the little guys. But I thought those worked out good for this because they're kind of rainbow colors. And then we'll just tuck that little tab in there and that little tab in. I might have this too full. I don't think so. Nope, I think it's okay. Oh no, it's a little full. Let's see. Let me take one out. I feel like it's kind of full. So we'll tuck in our tabs on this side and our tabs on this side. Unless they get caught on each other and I have to move them. There we go. There we go. Oh. There's our cute little treat box. I might need to add a little more glue there, but isn't that fun? Just simple and cute. And you could make a ton of these. And you could do all kinds of different coloring, whatever's easiest for you. If you use alcohol markers, it'll be faster to color, or you could just, you could also just stamp uncolored cardstock if you aren't a big fan of coloring and do it that way, or you could paper piece. There's just lots of options, or watercoloring. I know a lot of people love to watercolor. All right, I think that's it for tonight. One thing you could do, I'm not going to do it tonight, but you could actually add some clear embossing powder and then, or clear embossing ink, and then put some like glitter embossing powder. That would be really cute. I may have to add a few little, hang on guys, we need a little bit of bling on there, don't you think? Let's put a little bit of bling on there. What have I got handy? Let's do some green. I think we need just a few little gems just to finish the magical feeling of this. Yeah, I think that now it looks done. That's what it needed. All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate your support. Thank you, Darren, for helping me out once again. And I don't know why I'm so out of focus. Do you, Darren? Oh, well, it probably makes my wrinkles not show up.
I don't.
We'll go with that. Thank you again so much for everything, and I will see you next week. Bye.